My name is Harmony France, and this is The Scream.
Woo!
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Excellent. Jessica, are you ready?
I've been ready, babies.
Right, come on in, so you ready? Yeah! It's Harmony France for Scream in 3, 2, 1, begin.
Cassandra of Troy was a prophetess, cursed by the god Apollo to always know what would happen but never be believed. She was a protagonist of one of my favorite books growing up, The Firebrand, a retelling of the Trojan War from the woman's perspective. Amazon queens, female warriors, I had never seen anything like it. That wasn't a thing in the 80s. It lit something in me. It gave me language for my fire. Years later, I found out the author was a pedophile. Because of course she was. Because we can't have nice things. Still, I kept the name. I built my theater company on that fire because Cassandra still screams even when the gods betray her. In the book, a man wanted to sleep with Cassandra. She refuses. So he puts on a mask and pretends to be Apollo, but she sees through it. She screams, "Even if you were possessed by Apollo himself, I would not let you touch me." Apollo hears that, gets pissed. He curses her, of course, because of course he did. So she's going to see everything and be believed by no one. I've always related to Cassandra. I've secretly and not so secretly called myself Cassandra for years because I could always see things. As a child, I saw what adults didn't want me to see, and now I see through people, I see through posturing, I see through power. I look at the world and I feel the future aching beneath its skin. When I was a kid, there was a massive family tree on the wall, 6 feet wide. Family legend said it once hung in the Smithsonian. Take that with a huge mountain of salt. I spent a summer tracing the names. William the Conqueror, Canute the Brute. All these men, warriors, rulers, conquerors, colonizers. In grad school, I had an assignment called the Mother Line. Trace your maternal ancestry as far as you can. I had to stop at my grandmother because my great-grandmother didn't want her. She was passed around like an unwanted letter. When my grandmother's son died at 16, they institutionalized her. Electroshock therapy because she was screaming, because she was sad. What in the next to normal shit is that? That's a musical theater joke. It wasn't lost on me that I had a 6-foot wide record of male conquerors, and I couldn't trace my mother line back 2 generations. My legacy is men who conquer and women who quietly lose their fucking minds. Now, I'm on antidepressants for the first time in my life, but not tonight. I'm raw dogging it. And I ask myself, is this what regulated emotions feel like? Or am I just numb? Is this just another way they silence us from screaming? In 2016, I saw all of this coming. While people laughed at him, called him a joke, I felt it in my bones, the danger, the evil. I screamed into the void for 2 years. Online forums, essays, conversations, no one listened. The last conversation I had with my father was in early 2016, a fight about Trump. I was in Trader Joe's screaming into my phone, screaming at a man who once followed Guru Maharaji, who could read auras, who could look at you and tell you where it hurt. How did he get my dad? Simple. He wanted to conquer too. His American-born right as a white man. When my mom found him dead in his bed, his body was frozen like this. Reaching for meaning, reaching for salvation, reaching for understanding. He died from insufficient health care, worshiping a false god. And I screamed, and no one listened. During the pandemic, some of my spiritual progressive friends fell into QAnon, the map of the awakening. I screamed then too. Told anyone who would listen, this is a cult. Any group that offers salvation through them and only them is dangerous. No one listened. Thankfully, it was a phase for them, but as for QAnon, 9 months later, there was an insurrection. When he won in 2016, I was on a fucking cruise ship in the middle of the ocean, surrounded by his supporters. When Florida was called, I ran into the closet bathroom and I threw up and I sobbed. My friend looked at me confused. He didn't understand what we just let in. In 2022, when Roe versus Wade was overturned, I threw up again. And I looked online at a silent timeline. When he won in 2024, I walked across the street and got a Malört slushie with Lillian Brown. We did shots because in 2024, we don't scream, we toast. Now I stand here on this stage, literally trying not to fall over. In a world still trying to whisper me into silence, still calling women hysterical for feeling something, still calling prophets crazy for seeing too much. I scream not to you to believe me. I scream because I must, because the scream is ancestral, because Cassandra lives in me. I am the goddamn alarm and I am still on fire.